Hey guys, good morning. We're out taking our morning walk. Hope you are doing well this morning and hope you are enjoying the RV life somewhere in this world. Talk to you soon. Hey guys.
Hello.
I'm Monique.
I'm Will.
And we are living the good life,
Rving.
And we come to you from sunny California at our camp host location.
Yes.
Our beautiful front yard.
We have a big front yard too.
Really? We really do.
Yeah.
So in our last video, we asked you to ask us some questions that you would like to know about us. And here we go.
Yeah.
We are going to give those questions to you. So let me pull those up right now. All right. So our first question comes from Getting Out RV Adventures. And they said they're so glad you're still enjoying your RV life. Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. Yeah.
Our question is, what was the process like for you when you decided to hit the road full time? What all did you have to take in consideration when you were weighing the pros and cons and ultimately deciding to uproot everything and totally change your lives? And this is a great question.
Yeah, it is.
So,
because we thought about it quite a bit.
Our pros and cons, well, let's start with the pros. Well, no, let's start with the cons. The cons were being away from family and friends. That was a con because we wanted to move closer to family and friends initially and move back towards family and friends. And another con was trying to figure out like medical health care and things like that while we were on the road, because Will has a lot of health problems, so we needed to be able to access his medication and doctors and things like that, so we needed to figure that out. So that was our biggest con. That's pretty much only cons we really came up with.
Yeah, that was just that.
Yeah, and then the other con was that we do have an older truck or vehicle, and we're not in the position to purchase a new truck or vehicle. And how long would we have use of the vehicle that we do have while traveling?
Right.
So that was another con. And then the other con, I would say, would be still having stuff in storage and still having that financial burden on us. But that would have been all the cons at the time.
Right.
But our pros, oh my goodness. Oh well, I would say we have one more con. Not being able to find the RV that we wanted was an initial con. We were scared that we would have to settle with something that we really didn't want. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, we solved that problem.
Right. So our pros were finding the perfect RV for us, which is the perfect RV for us. And we found that. We were able to find that and got so blessed that our manufacturer follows us on YouTube and Instagram.
Yeah.
And they were able to reach out to us and help us with that process of getting our perfect RV. And another pro is, man, just the beauty, being able to travel, see the world, be somewhere different, be with nature, less stress. That was a pro for us. I would even say some people don't say that RVing is financially it's a pro, but I would say for us, on the finances that we do have, it's a pro for us. We're able to make do with the budget we have, and we'll talk about that in another video. But we're able to survive on what we have, and that's enough for us. Okay, so that would be a pro for us. And then what was the process like? So it wasn't really hard to convince Will to RV, and we basically got to experience staying in an RV with our friends when we came to visit California while we were in Florida. And then we took and looked into it through YouTube and different videos and things like that. And we were like, yeah, we can do it.
Right.
So our initial process started with just trying to find an RV that we would actually like, looking at all the different RVs, and weighing out the options of, should we just get rid of our truck and just get a RV that we can drive, or if we should get a fifth wheel or should get a travel trailer. We weighed all those options, and what was best for us, and what we were seeing out there, is that the fifth wheels were nice, large, don't get me wrong, but the bedrooms were small. There were stairs and obstacles that we had to weigh out, and we figured that they weren't safe for Will to go up and down the stairs all the time, especially in the dark. And basically we just had to figure out, what RV would fit, because Will's 6'6", so that was a big, huge, factor in the decision for our RV. If he would be able to fit in the bed comfortably, in the shower comfortably.
Right.
Those were huge factors. So we were able to narrow it down. A lot of the RVs we were seeing on the East Coast, they were just too small. And they kept saying there's, normal size RVs, but I really think the RVs that are manufactured on the East Coast are a lot smaller than the ones that are manufactured on the West Coast. And then we decided, after we were doing travel trailers, that the height of the travel trailer was just not tall enough. And we were finding that the toy haulers were a better fit as far as height. It gave us the height we needed, and extra space.
Yes.
We didn't want to go too big, but we didn't want to go too small.
Right.
So once we got that pinpoint down, then it was figuring out when we were going to leave Florida and actually come back to California and actually do it. And that was pretty much the hardest part, because we had to move all of our stuff from Florida back to California and do that process all over again. And, traveling without a home to stay in and just being on the road was hard. I drove 4 days straight, and I got us all the way back to California
safely,
but it was a long haul. And then once we got back to California, everything kind of fell into place at the time when it needed to fall into place. But with COVID, it kind of, stalled things a little bit and kind of, created another situation for us, which we've kind of worked through and been able to navigate through that situation. So the process was just doing a lot of research in the beginning. That's what we did. We did a lot of research. Well, I did a lot of research. And then that was that. Most of our stuff was already in storage. So we had that pretty much taken care of. We were already living somewhat a minimalist life, and we did, when we came back to California, get rid of some things, but we still have a lot of things to get rid of.
Yeah, we do.
So, and downsizing was really the hardest, because you have to get rid of stuff you really want to keep, but it really doesn't have the value that you really think it has. You want to keep things from old jobs, or things from schools, or accomplishments, things like that you have, and you don't really want to get rid of them, but in all actuality, like, they really don't have like the value you think they have. So those were hard to get rid of, but they were, after we got rid of them, they were easy to get rid of. The hard thing to get rid of is actual pictures. Pictures are hard to get rid of. I don't want to, and I don't think I ever will. So those are the hardest things to get rid of. So, and then we had just recently got married, so like stuff from our wedding, like, I didn't really want to get rid of them, even though like really didn't need it. We're not having to get married again, and extra stuff that was left over from the wedding. You figure, you might need it later on down the line for something. You really don't. So, getting rid of that was really hard too as well. So, all right. Thank you for the question. We really appreciate that. I hope that answered the question.
Yeah.
Let's go on to the next question, which is from our good friends Donovan and Jody from RV on the Wayside. And they write, "Hi Monique, hi Will. It's hard to believe it's 6 months has gone by already." Yeah, it's been 6 months, and it really kind of just flew by.
Right.
And I'm like, are we really RVing? Like,
oh yeah, we are.
But we really are. But it's like, have we really been RVing
Yes,
that
we
long?
are.
But yeah, we have. We really have. So it says, "Do you stay close to family, or have you been traveling around the country?" And so, yes, we've stayed close to my family here in California. And I won't say it's a bad thing, but I do feel sometimes like we're locked to staying near them, just to make sure that there's someone that always have our back, like, around us. But I really want to venture off and move further away so we can actually explore. But with all the COVID and everything that's going on, and the racial tensions and things like that, I think it's best for us to stay put for right now. But that's a good question. I really want to not necessarily get away from them, but I really want to venture off and see other places. So, let's see here. What's your favorite place you've been so far, and why? So, Will, what's your
I like
favorite
Glamis.
place? Glamis.
Yep.
I would say Glamis is our favorite place to boondock.
Yep.
And my favorite campground that we've camped in so far would have to be Wilderness Lakes.
Oh
No,
yeah.
well, actually,
Wilderness Lakes, yes.
I
They
would
had the
say,
fishing. They had all that.
yeah, for campgrounds, like private campgrounds, I would say Wilderness Lake or 1,000 Trails, which we'll do a video eventually on our 1,000 Trails. It's coming. But I would say that one was our favorite campground that we've stayed at. But an actual camp park, I would have to say here at Lake Skinner is our main favorite camping location. Like, we have a perfect location. We have a lake view. We get to see the hot air balloons come up every morning, the beautiful mountains that surrounds us. So I would have to say that this is our actual favorite location right now, far as parks go. But far as private parks, campgrounds, we would have to say our Thousand Trails, Wilderness Lakes, and Marietta was our favorite. And we hadn't used too many Thousand Trails, but out of the Thousand Trails we have used, that was our favorite. And we do have another park that we stayed at, but this will be our favorite park. And then Glamis will be on top for our favorite boondocking location. I mean, we have an amazing time with our friends out there in Glamis, and the surroundings are desert, but it's beautiful as well, and so nice. So that will be that. And we got another question. Happy 6 months of RVing, and when are you coming to the east side? That's proceeding onward in America. So right now we're staying put. We're not sure for how long, but we do have a camp host position that we did sign a contract for a year. But if we want to leave sooner, we can. But as of right now, we're going to stay put, see how things go with the COVID and how things go with racial tensions in the world. And if we decide to start to head out again, now that we have our truck up and running, we're going to head north first, and then we will be heading east towards the East Coast. And especially going down to Florida to visit family so they can see our RV and things like that. So we're thinking about next year sometime. So we'll have to figure out a date and make plans. But as of right now, we're staying put. But thank you, Fabian, and thank you, Becky.
Yeah. We do want to go to the East Coast, though.
Yes.
Yes, we do.
And thank you so much for participating in our questions and getting to know us a little bit more. And we'll see you out there on the road. So live the good life.
Living a dream.
See you guys.
Bye.
Also, if you guys want to purchase the mask for Living the Good Life RVing, show off your mask, babe.
It's right here. See?
You can
very nicely sewn.
Use the link below and purchase your Living the Good Life RVing mask. And
very nice fit.
My sister-in-law is making these for us.
They look very nice.
Let me bring
Thank you, Linda.
Bring it up so you can see Living the Good Life RVing. There we go. And it helps protect you. All right.
Yeah.
See you guys. Please like and subscribe and follow us on YouTube. Live the good life.
And living the dream.